All right, well, it took a little longer than expected, but me and Megan are finally done with RV life. All right, guys, so I'm trying to get this trailer backed up. A little trick I learned from watching Ronnie Dahl is if you have a manual transmission like I do in the Ford, is use your low range. You don't have to be in four-wheel drive, but just put it in low range, and it makes it a lot easier to kind of move a trailer, big trailer like this around. Well, I've got the trailer all parked and put away. I've got it off the Ford. I still need to go through it, clean it all out, make sure all my belongings are out of it, and then give it a good deep clean. And then we're gonna get it back up for sale. Hopefully we can get it down the road. I had intentionally tried to sell it, or wanted to sell it at the beginning of the summer, but it just worked out. It was gonna be a lot more advantageous for us to use the trailer and live in it, so that way we could freely work on the van. So if we're putting the trailer away, that can only mean one thing. We're back in our vans. It's been a long road getting here, guys, but we are finally here. And how does it feel, babe?
It feels great to finally sit on my own bed again.
So Megan's not necessarily completely done with the van, but you've gotten a good amount done, enough to where you can live in it, right?
Right. So I still have like the kitchen cabinet and a bunch of other cabinets that I still have to finish. But I mean, at least I have like some storage space so that I can start figuring out the rest of the storage space.
Yeah, so that at least gets us to the point where we don't need the trailer. As you guys have known, my van's been done for a little while now, and I've been out doing stuff with it. I still have some details myself, but realistically, at this point, even though she still has a few things to do, it's easier for us now just to be back in the vans than dealing with the trailer. The trailer was starting to become a chore because we didn't really need to be there as much anymore, but we still... You know, we had to keep the battery up to keep the refrigerator going and run the generator, and that took away from time that we could spend here or at the shop working on the vans.
Yeah, it was almost like an anchor, and it's like it wasn't a house, but it was kind of becoming the feeling of having a house and always having to go back to it.
Yeah, and you know, we do want to do some adventures. Like this weekend we got planned. We're going to go to the ocean. We're going to do some crabbing, fishing, clamming. And we're going to be gone for a couple of days to do that. And that was another one of those things that always made me a little bit stressed leaving the trailer unattended out there when we weren't around for a couple, 3 days. So just getting it put away, it feels really good. And like I said, this to me kind of feels like we've kind of turned that corner.
Yeah, I think as soon as I spent the first night in the van, it really felt like I had finally gotten over that hump of not having a place to live.
Yeah. I mean, it's been almost a year. Megan's accident was December 12th?
12th, yeah.
Yeah, last year. So we're only a couple months away. It's taken us quite a while to get everything worked out. We've had a few hiccups down the road. Anybody who's followed the channel knows everything. But yeah, I mean, Megan's van's coming out great. I mean, looks really awesome. The high top is awesome.
Yeah, the high top edition is really a complete game changer as far as how comfortable the space is and how much inside storage that I can have. So Wasatch Overland like really helped out with that, and I cannot thank them enough for donating it.
And another thing I do want to point out, guys, is other than a few little, like, here, I'll hold this, Megan's done everything in this van. She's built this entire thing herself. I'm so proud of her. I think it looks amazing. I mean, considering the fact that this woman was sitting in a bed with tubes in her lungs less than a year ago, and then she built her own van, that's she's a badass, and I'm pretty proud of her right now.
Thank you.
Some people ask why we don't live in a single van. You want to tell them why we don't live in a single van? It's because I'm an asshole?
Yeah. No. It's really just because of the space. Like, whenever he's working on editing videos, it's nice to not have to sit there and be quiet so he can concentrate, or, you know, he is maybe doing his work and then I have something to do, but still it's not disturbing each other. And then we also have a lot more storage space sometimes that, you know, I want to go do something completely different, and having a second vehicle that is just a vehicle really doesn't make a lot of sense. Having it as an extra living space makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could take off and be gone for a week out doing filming out somewhere, and I'm taking the van, or my van, and if that was our only living space, or if this van was our only living space, then Megan wouldn't have a place to live. Or either that, I'd have to leave the van and then take another vehicle, and then I'd be makeshifting like my tent or something like that. And, you know, there was a whole reason why I built the van, and that's because I don't want to be in a tent anymore. I wanted something that was going to be, that allowed me to get into remote areas, but be comfortable. So I want my van. And I mean, long story short, if we're going to have two vehicles, I want it to be a van, and I want it to be built out.
Right.
So that, I hope that it kind of explains to people why we don't just combine our resources and do one vehicle, you know. And then, you know, Megan has friends and stuff and family she likes to go take off and visit. You know, it just, you know, it just doesn't really, it just really wouldn't be conducive for us to be in a single vehicle.
Yeah, we don't like to do the exact same thing all the time. So being able to keep like separate while still being able to be together is, I think, really important for us.
Yeah. So I hope that kind of answers the question. I'm excited. Like I said, I feel like this really turned a corner for us. And then not only am I excited because, you know, we got the trailer out of the woods, I got that off my mind. Megan's getting settled in her van, so I'm feeling really good about that. But I'm also excited because we're going into winter or fall, and the weather's cooling off. You know, we've had some rain. In fact, we got some today. And so hopefully we'll be able to have campfires here pretty soon, so we can start getting back into doing the type of videos that I know many of you guys came to the channel for, which is winter camping, you know, chainsaw out, campfires, cooking, snow, all that stuff is coming. So I'm really, I mean, I just feel like this is a perfect time that we've got this stuff finished up, because now everything's kind of working out to the type of videos and stuff that I can really start refocusing on that, and not have to focus and worry so much about like where Megan's going to be and if she's going to have a place to stay, and, you know, is she being taken care of, because now she's got her space and everything. So
right. Yeah.
So that's all we've got for you this time. Again, I want to thank everybody that, you know, stuck with the channel. I know that for the past year, it's been a little up and down with trying to get the content, and then, you know, and then the type of content, but we're going to really get hyper focused again on the overlanding, the winter camping and all that. And I've got big plans coming up already in the next couple months. So again, thank everybody who stuck around and supported us throughout all of this.
Yeah, and I can't thank everybody enough just for any help that, you know, you might have given, especially just sticking around on Jason's channel. That actually really helped a lot.
So anyways, guys, thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys again
outside.